fans, we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store between the Miami Dolphins and the Cincinnati Bengals. Fall is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Gun. Stop. 11 empty. 12. Stop.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
11.
On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Bengals had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Here we go.
2nd and 2.
11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 12.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
12. Stop.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. Still leaves him with 4th and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind. In fact, I've discussed it with my staff all week long, different situations that I may want to go for it. Where's the ball on the field? Do I have confidence in my trigger guy? What am I going to do? I'm also talking about my analytics department. What are the odds? If I don't get it, what's it going to do to me the rest of the game? Personally, I end up taking all that, putting it in my head, and making a decision. And you know me, I'm probably going to go for it.
Wow, you want to make an opening drive statement.
Yes, I do. Once I have the ball and I've got it on the move, I don't want to just give up that easily.
Here we go. Set. Hey, confused. You're set.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. In motion right is Wilson. From the gun, it's Tua. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11, 11, 11.
From midfield now, Burrow. And he fires one that's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to give into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here we go.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Tua. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over at number 41. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Burrow will throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. On the move past the 40, the 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Well, CD, with receivers, we talk about their speed, great hands. It's tough to quantify elusiveness, but they say he has great elusiveness, and he showed it right there with a run after the catch.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 44, Tua. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will take over possession here up at the 44. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The slot man in motion right. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A lot of incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Tua going to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. On the return is Cohen. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Slot man moves right. From the 25 on second down. Burrow got a man open. It's Chase. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Burrow to his old LSU teammate Chase for a Bengal first.
As Jamar Chase picks up a first down here, how about a quick reflection on his debut as a rookie? Set a new rookie receiving record and the Bengals franchise record with 1,455 yards and was third in the league in touchdown. He became only the second rookie receiver named All-Pro since 1998, joining former LSU teammate Justin Jefferson, who did it in 2020.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
The credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On second and 9, Burrow trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Now a handoff. Hunt's going to run left. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And his throw here's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly into the turf.
The offense on third down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third and 9.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the third time.
Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Here we go.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
A handoff running left, Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
11 MT tight. 11 MT tight. 11.
In motion right here, Boyd. Cohen gets it again on 2nd. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And 3rd and 1 now.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here we go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
You help me out a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Okay. Right.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Right.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and cut back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized.
2nd and 7.
Hey, no deal.
They run again with Hunt. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The slot man in motion right. Mixon with a first down carry. And some space here. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here we go.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Tua. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 11. 11 empty, 11 empty. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
11, 11.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night.
And this returnable for Hill.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 4. From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ready, set.
first down. Tagovailoa.
That's swung out to Mostert.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Here's Tua. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
To a hit, and the ball is out.
And the Bengals grab it.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the 4th quarter.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory.
115 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Thomas.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Now it's Burrow.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And my goodness, another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Slot man moves right. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
11 mighty! 11 mighty!
On third down, Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good for 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that'll most certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater.
He'll hit Mostert again here. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Bridgewater on first down. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
On play action, it's Bridgewater.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Bridgewater again.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Third and short yardage. Bridgewater.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks him.
And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Back to Mixon on first down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Thomas.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, we know why. Those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense, and let's face it,